My name is Momataj. I'm working at data engineering and New Zealand electricity industry last couple of years. At the moment, I'm working with electricity authority in New Zealand. So I'm going to share with my data engineering experience and how we are using data engineering knowledge in the field of big data, ML, and AI. So there is some misconception I always hear, and some people always ask me what that engineering people is doing. Is it SQL Server integration service developer? Are they just data warehouse developer? Are they doing ETL developers? Or is just they doing moving data point one to point B, like that things? But uh, now data engineering rules is pretty much like a board trends. It is not just taking data point one to point two. It is like a part of the data science elements. So it is if you are working as a data engineer, you need to know a lot of things. It is actually related to uh, system data database, coding, and a lot of many like knowledge you need to be on the tables to perform your like data engineering activities. So in real world, actually, data science and data scientists are actually focusing on exploring data, finding insight in it, building ML algorithms. But what that engineering people is doing, they are actually focusing on those algorithms to productionize in the real environment, like real time, and that is coming, and then you're running the algorithm, then you get the result, and that result is going to the business people. So this whole orchestration and pipelining is actually data engineering job. So as I am working in the energy industry last couple of years, and they are pretty much interesting going through the like cloud, and they are building their cloud data platform solution. So the question is why they actually like leverage cloud platform solution, and they are decommission all of their on-premises system. So, as I am working on this industry, and I have seen those question they asking and they, what they want. So they are focusing that diving inside at every level of the organization. They want fact, scientific output for making decision. They want to know their customer. They want to know how their customer communicating with them, and they also know how much uses and supply from past to present and future. That's why they are actually using a machine learning algorithm and then hiring a lot of data scientist people. They also want to know, like, they want a centralized data platform solution so that every person in the organization, they can access data from one place. And the another focus area is as data is going through the cloud, is the data is secure? Is they are following like data governance, is maintenance, and all kind of question and all kind of focus they are doing nowadays. And that is the main reason they are actually going to the cloud data platform solution. So what kind of technical requirement actually energy industry are looking for, and what kind of solution they are looking for from the data engineer? So when you are hiring as a data engineer, so they want some problems need to be solved, and that is they want their data ingest from multiple sources, is maybe coming from on-premises storage, maybe multi-cloud storage, API, website, and like that is everywhere. They want that data into one platform, and data is like you need to process structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data, and this size of the data is very interesting. It's not a gigabyte, it's a terabyte of data, billions of row in real time, near real time, or in PS processing. Every time it's just coming. And they need to require a machine learning algorithm deployed in the production environment. It's not just a manual, you train data, then prepare the data, and then productionize manually. It's not. They want automated machine learning deployment. So they need a data engineer have that knowledge to deploy the machine learning platform in the real time, actually real world job. So they also like why they are going to cloud. One of the reason is they want to manage and like reduce their uh, cost, and they also need less technical people to manage their like system infrastructure, and they also need to decommission their database that or a system because they feel like that on premises database system or data warehouse is actually charging them a lot of money, so they want to reduce the cost. What they things they want looking for the solution like centralized data platform and data lake solution. The ones like they are taking the public cloud, and they're pretty much interesting about the open source big data technology. Like uh, I'm going to share what kind of open source skill actually they are looking for and when they are hiring a data engineer. Then a data engineer, they are also looking for node DevOps solution, data pipeline automation, and also industrial machine learning pipelines. They there is a BI tools knowledge also. They know the people who know data analyst, like they can come along on a table as a data analyst, data scientist, data engineering, and like solve their problems and give a very like amazing product end of the day. So those are the like technology and problems they are looking for, like a data engineer need to be like perform every day. So as a data engineer, what kind of role actually you will do when you are like joining any company? So it is like you need to build a cloud data platform infrastructure. You need to build and implement data processing infrastructure and application, the code deployment, continuous integration, continuous development, orchestration for job scheduling, and machine learning algorithm development, fine-tune algorithm calculation. Manage as a data engineer, you need to manage all the data, metadata, data lineage, data quality, data governance and security. And also most important job as a data engineer is you need to maintain and monitoring and uh, entire data platform for the company. So now I'm going to share with what kind of data engineering skill a a data engineer need when they want to work with the data scientist, AI, or maybe like big data technology knowledge they need to be on the tables. So first of all, yeah, there is a lot of question I actually got from the people. They wants to know, is data scientists need programming knowledge? Yes, a data scientist needs programming knowledge because they need to work with data scientists. They need to work with machine learning engineer. They need to work with AI engineer. So yeah, most of the people actually nowadays writing code using Python. So Python is the most common language. Some people use Java. That's good. If you know Scala. So Python, Java, Scala. If you know one, that's good. And that's actually essential as a data engineer to know. Then SQL and NoSQL, C, C sharp or C++. This is important for when you are like developing infrastructure for the company. And you must know one operating system, that is Linux. There is no alternative or the Linux. Like everyone wants to run their application on Linux because like company believe that is the most secure operating system. Then you need to understand actually data science concept and technology because you're going to work with data scientist people. Then like one of your big job is like you have to deploy your machine learning algorithm for the data scientist and um, ML engineer. So you need to know about the ML frameworks, libraries such as TensorFlow, Spark MLA, PyTorch, and as a data engineer, the most important expertise area is you need to know Hadoop, Apache Spark, Apache Hive, Apache Kafka. Those are actually one of the essential language, like open source technology you must know if you want to develop your career as a data engineer. Then you need some knowledge with Power BI or Tableau or other BI tools. There is some additional knowledge if you have that's great for the company like DevOps, Docker, Kubernetes service, and yeah, everyone going to cloud. So you need to know one cloud at least, AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud, and like data engineer also take data, like I said, point A to point B, and they need to model in the data ETL and data warehouse. It is not all of the data engineering job, but it's part of the data engineering job along with others skill. Then like automation is the big thing nowadays. No one wants to do anything manually run and anything like uh, you come office morning and run job one by one by click. No, no one wants to do that. So for that, people using so many orchestration tools. In my companies, like first uh, when I was working with Contact Energy, they actually love open source, so they use Apache Airflow. Now I'm working with New Zealand electricity industry like authority. They use Azure Data Factory, and some people use AWS Glue as well as a orchestration tools. And finally, like when we are talking about the data platform, so what kind of data platform company is interested? Previously, it was data lake solution. It was on top of Azure. It was on top of AWS. Maybe it is on top of Google Cloud. But now concept has changed. Data is more real time, near real time. Data is changing every day. So they want something more robust. So they're focusing on Delta Lake or Lake House solution. For that, they are using like Azure Databricks, Azure AWS Databricks solution, and some people developing their lake solution on AWS S3 Data Lake or Azure Data Lake solution. So those are the components very important, and those are the skill when you will be developed and you will be like most demanded data engineer at this moment or maybe in the future because those are the technology data engineer actually essentially to know and very important for them for performing their like job every day. So that's me. Thank you. If you have any question regarding data engineering skill or data engineer career, I'm happy to answer.